This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses.
My name's John Cordy, welcome to the channel. Since about June I've been on sort of like a weight loss and life kind of changing program, and I watched a lot of Joe Rogan, and he suggested cold showers. Since then I'm either freezing or I stink. Nah, seriously, none of that part is particularly true, although I have been having cold showers and the temperature in the UK has just dropped to about 14 degrees. and it's pretty brutal. Anyway, so this is a guitar that Tony from up the road kindly let me borrow, and it has totally taken me by surprise. I guess 14-year-old me might have been sort of tempted by this, but I don't think even back then there was something about the look of the Joe Satriani guitars that even as a fan, I don't think I particularly wanted one. I think I preferred the Gem or the RG style. As the years have gone on, I feel like the S-type Ibanez, you know, they got the Ibanez S, is even more ergonomic still. And this Joe Satriani model, the JS1200, is from about 2004, I believe this one is. It starts with the serial 04. I think that's how that works. Tony said, do you want to borrow that? And I said yes. He bought it for £850 because it has a little bit, or did have quite a big blemish here. What was that? Oh, what's that? Which he's actually quite cleverly dealt with mostly. But yeah, this guitar I think has gone to the top of the list for Ibanez guitars that I've played. There are a couple of little things that I possibly would like if I was going to buy one of these or consider one of these. I might make a couple of changes personally. But anyway, the first thing about it is it's incredibly comfortable to hold and to play. It's a basswood body, which is generally quite a lot lighter than something you find on a Strat, so it feels really nice and lightweight. Rosewood board, and then maple with a skunk stripe on the back. Goto tuners, as well as being a Floyd Rose. I think this is the Edge Pro or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. They've made all sorts of these, haven't they? Then 2 DiMarzio pickups. Couple of different push-pull things, which I'll show you in a sec. But obviously plays really quite smoothly because it's got fairly chunky frets, although for an Ibanez they're not massive, you know, kind of, I guess these would be, flash up on the screen what they are. They're certainly not the super kind of jumbo frets that you normally get. This neck shape is quite reminiscent of something like the Fender sort of Ultra, or, you know, like the Jeff Beck type guitar, where it is quite a slim feeling neck, but still pretty comfortable and not as flat. I think this is a 9.5 inch radius, so quite comfortable from that point of view too. So yeah, Joe Satriani, when I was a kid, I was quite a big fan of his playing. But yeah, what I really, really like about it, and I've compared it to the Ibanez AZ that I got downstairs, is that in these split positions it's got such a beautiful voice, and that was the thing that jumped out about it for me. It just made me want to play it. So also it's got that thing that Ibanez did and that other companies have followed suit. I don't know if they were first to do that, maybe Charvel might have been. And this neck join is kind of at a tilt, which is really comfortable in the hand. I think Ibanez, did they take some of these aspects for the Ergodyne, which is like their cheaper S-type guitar? Possibly, I'm not sure. But yeah, the only thing for me, it actually does look quite cool in person. I never really felt like I love the way they look, but actually it does look pretty decent. yeah, so for me, the split voices are way sweeter than the actual single coils of the Ibanez AZ with the Hyperion pickups, which to me sound a bit dull in comparison, but that's good, isn't it? Probably add some volume. So that's kind of the coil split over there. And I'm going to imagine they're fairly hot pickups, right, given that it is Joe Satriani. But with the split, and then the other thing is, I think you've got a switchable treble bleed. So basically, if you don't know what a treble bleed does, I'll try and tell you. But you get like a roll off in the high end as well as you turn down the volume on a normal kind of guitar. Something with a treble maintains more of the high end, so you can get a bit more of that kind of sparkled sound, which is really useful, I guess, if you're trying to clean up really useful actually, yeah, for kind of the big smooth sustaining tones. I've often found don't clean up really well with most of my guitars because I don't have a treble bleed. Having that there as an option actually means you can get something like a mezzo boogie type, you know, saturated lead tone, and then pull that up, dial it back a bit, and because you've got that treble bleed that you can kick in, you can get those sparkly spanky tones. When I picked it up, I didn't want to put it down for quite a while. I think they discontinued them in 2017, but as I say, I'm thinking for me that might be the best Ibanez that I've ever played, to be honest. It does all the things that I like. 22 frets, and I think that might be a part of it as well. A lot of the Ibanezes that I played are 24, and for me that feels a bit odd now. Personally, I could do with a little bit more girth on the neck, and that would make it even more likely that it would be the sort of thing I'd like. And personally, for me, I'm not the biggest fan of a Floyd Rose, although in this case it's nice to have something to do some flutters on occasionally. But yeah, I don't know. I want to try an Ibanez Andy Timmons type guitar to see if maybe that might even be even more the sort of thing that I'd like. So that's maybe something that I'll try and seek out at some point in the future. But a really, really nice neck join. That tilt neck join does a perfect job. Plays really fantastically. I think the pickups sound really good, and some useful modern features. Great work, Ibanez. The more modern Joe Satriani ones, I think it's taken away some of the things that I like about this. I think it's 24 frets now, and you've got a Sustainiac in the neck pickup position, which presumably that wouldn't necessarily have some of the qualities that I'm digging about these particular pickups. So I don't know. Cheers for stopping by. I was using the HX Stomp here. If you want that preset, it's the Eric Lead 2023 that I'm using for clean and dirty. At the very start, I was using Eric Clean for the really glassy, sparkly clean sound. But they're in the Gumroad folder if you want to check that out. Cheers.